Preparation helps you to understand what you're actually trying to achieve at the end. Getting really familiar with the person you're going to be speaking to and the type of things you'll be talking about allows you to be relaxed and comfortable when you actually meet with them.
As usual, there are templates in the resources below. There's a spreadsheet and a preparation doc. We're going to start with the doc. In particular, the 3 questions. Why would someone use your product or service? What about it is different? And what's the objective of the first meeting? Our example in this lesson is Who Gives a Crap? They're a Melbourne-based social enterprise that sells toilet paper and paper products, and 50% of their profits are used to build toilets and water sanitation projects in the developing world.
People buy into ideas and the why behind a product or service exists. So for me, it's always important to tap into the emotional, and especially with a product that is run-of-the-mill where there isn't much differentiation, the why behind a product is even more critical. There are different drivers. Removing pain is one driver, but creating some sort of pleasure is another driver. So pleasure and pain.
We actually went and asked Who Gives a Crap what they would put in here. This is the answer. It's because they make beautifully designed, forest-friendly toilet and tissue paper, and they donate 50% of their profits to build sanitation in the developing world.
So the pain that you're removing for the individual is actually one of, I want to help change the world, but I can't. If you're selling something that isn't that different, I'd encourage you to go back and take that feedback and really delve down into whether you're solving a problem well. Because if it's not that different, there's a whole lot of competitors out there that are probably going to beat you to that sale.
Our example is Who Gives a Crap? And then their point of difference is that their toilet paper is good for the world, good for people, and good for your bum. And they deliver it right to your front door. They've injected fun, design, and a feel-good factor into a low-interest purchase.
Of outcome. It's really easy to slip into a mode where you're just hanging out, spending time, talking over coffee, and if you're like me, you really meander and go off on tangents. Writing down your objective can ensure that you stick to that objective. So I think of it as a ladder of commitment. So what are the steps on the way to commitment that we could sort of identify? So asking someone to try something, that's an action, but then asking whether they would refer it to someone else that you could then talk to is a really good test of whether they like the service that you're providing. People won't refer something typically to someone that they trust unless they believe in that product or service themselves.
If someone from Who Gives a Crap was going and selling the paper, their first meeting objective would be to help the other person understand that by making a simple purchasing choice, they can help to change lives without spending more.
So I think one thing to remember when you're writing down your theory is that this is just a point in time for you to reference whether your approach is on trend, whether you're moving in the right direction. You need to write down what you want, but then go out and ask people, what they actually want, come back and compare it to what you initially theorized.